Welcome, WNBA fans. So this game happened on Friday night. It was a late game. I didn't get a chance to watch it until last night, but we had the Seattle Storm playing the Aces. This was a very good game. It was battling back and forth, and the Aces have been such a power, and people are starting to question, hey, what's going on with the Aces? You know, they've lost a lot of their bench. I mean, you think about it, they lost two assistant coaches. They lost Alicia Clark. They lost Tiffany Hayes. They lost, a few other people that were on their bench. And then they lost Kelsey Plum. Jewel Lloyd has been playing better. She's actually starting to make more shots now. And, so that's, you know, I mean, I'm not sure what we'll have to wait a little while on that because I don't know whether that's a plus or a minus at this point. Because Jewel Lloyd's just kind of getting her feet wet, and she's a very good shooter, just like Kelsey Plum is. So, I've been thinking about, okay, what's going on with the Aces, and honestly, I just think the other teams are better. And because they're playing hard, and they had, in the first half, they had some beautiful sequences where there was not one dribble. Pass, 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 shot, score. It was wonderful. I can remember watching Stanford in the 90s when Jennifer Azzi was playing, and they had a better three-point shoot. Her, Katie Stedding, and, the point guard. I'm spacing her name. Anyway, they had a better three-point shooting than any college team in that year, men's or women's. They were fantastic. But of course, they never put anything on TV, so nobody saw anything. But I used to go to Maples Pavilion and watch those Stanford games. Not all of them, because it was a little bit of a drive. But, they were just great shooters. Jennifer Azzi was a great shooter. And, but she's before most of the stuff. She was early in the WNBA, but what a great shooter she was. It was just like everybody just start going back on defense. She'd shoot it, it's like, okay, it's in. Same thing. Sonia Henning, that's the point guard. Anyway, so with this game, the Aces had an 11-point lead. What was it? I wrote it down here. 11-point lead with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. And then, Seattle just doesn't give up. I mean, they're a strong team. And, Erica Wheeler, again, just, she had a bad game against the Valkyries, but then again, the Valkyries have been frustrating a lot of teams, other than maybe Minnesota. I mean, they frustrated them for the most part, but Minnesota went on one of their runs and got them. But, they definitely frustrated Seattle, and poor, Erica Wheeler just didn't have a good game that game. But anyway, she had such a great fourth quarter. Her and Skylar Diggins, they pulled it out. I mean, they have been playing so well for the most part. And, and then you look at their record, they're 8-5. I mean, which is okay, but, for what when you see them playing, it's like, oh boy, they're pretty good. You have Minnesota and New York, but New York is now going to be without Jonquel Jones for, I read, 4 to 6 weeks. And then Phoebus is gone, and Eurobasket, I don't know when she's coming back. The next 2 weeks might be a struggle for New York. I mean, they have to have someone other than Ionescu and Stewart helping them. I mean, those bench players and other players, they've got to, pick up some of the slack, because Stewie and Ionescu can only do so much. And both of them have been playing really well, but, New York could lose a couple of games before Jonquel Jones get back and Phoebus, unless someone else comes up. So, but as far as this game, I mean, the Aces played well. It wasn't like it was, but Seattle just pulled away in the end. And, that may be just a fatigue thing. They're not putting as many bench players in. But let's have a look at the stats. So Seattle, the Storm pulled away late. They ended up winning 90-83. Quarter points, very even. Um, Seattle 23, Vegas 21 in the first, and then this is where the Aces had their lead. They 24-15 in the second. So Seattle had a not so great second quarter, but then they came right back in the third, outscored them 29-21, and then they outscored them in the fourth, 23-17. So there's your score there. So the Aces are now 5-7. Seattle is 8-5. They had more points in the paint. Seattle did 38-28, and they have bigger. You have Malanga and Ezzy Maglugo. She's very good in the paint. Let's see. Fast break points were even. Rebounds. The Vegas had more rebounds than Seattle, but Seattle was making their shots. So, but let's see here. So Gabby Williams, another good game. She shot 50% from three. She had 18 points. She had 12 rebounds. Nneka Ogwumike had 12 rebounds. That's interesting. Those two had 24 rebounds between the two, and Vegas still out rebounded them. Anyway, that might be just a shot percentage thing. So Nneka, 25 points. Good game, Nneka. She's so solid. It's like she's just quietly going along, doing her thing, and boom, all of a sudden she has 25 points. She shot 11 for 16 from the floor. She was 3 for 4 from three. Good game, Nneka. Good game, Nneka. Ezzy didn't score much. Let's see how many. She had any blocks. No, she didn't even have any blocks. She had 3 personal fouls. Ezzy didn't do much this game. She played 18 minutes. Erica Wheeler, 17 points. Good game, Erica. 2 assists. She was 50% from the floor, 60% from three. And a couple of those were the threes were late in the game, which helped give them a lead. And then Skylar's doing her thing. 2 for 3 from three, 8 for 17 from the floor, 24 points, 6 assists. Good game. Good game, Skylar. I wish you would stop complaining, though. It's like, one of the things that's just it just wears on you after a while. Like, just let your game do the talking. Stop complaining about the refs. I understand it's frustrating sometimes when you think somebody fouled you, but it's just, she does that too much. I would like her a lot more as a player if she just toned that down a little bit. But, you get emotional. And, I get it. It's just a thing for me. So the Aces, Jackie Young. Now here, Jackie Young, she is one of my favorite players. She is so solid, and she just hustles. She gives you everything she has. She doesn't complain, and she lets her game do the talking, which is so nice. It's just, I love watching her play. And she has a beautiful shot. Although I think it's like a brick. It's like it just goes straight at the hoop and then hits the back of the rim and drops in. She would be better if she put a little arc on it. But, I have played against players that shoot like that, and that's just how they shoot. But, have you ever done probably you younger people never did this, but we used to, I think it was like a science experiment or something, and you had a bottle, with just a little opening, like this. And you'd take a clothespin and you drop it in from above. And if you move to the side a little bit, you couldn't get it in there. And it's the same thing with a ball going through the hoop. The closer it is to dropping straight in, the more chance it has of going in. So it's just one of those things. One of those old school things. It's just amazing that I'm old school now. Anyway, so Asia Wilson, 20 points. She did her thing. She had 14 rebounds. Let's see. But she had 7 turnovers. That's unusual for her. But she's just getting, she's been out for a few games. She shot 50% from the floor. She didn't take a 3. And she was 8 for 13 from the foul line. That's bad for her. Wow. Okay. Kia Stokes had 4 points. Jewel Lloyd, she's been playing better. She was 3 for 4 from 3. She has a sweet shot. Very sweet shot. If she gets going, that'll help the Aces. She was 5 for 11 from the floor. Here's one of the, this may have contributed. Chelsea Gray only had 7 points. She had 7 assists, 7 points for her. She shot 28% from the floor, so that's going to hurt them. And then Aaliyah Nye had 13. She has a nice shot, 3 for 4 from three. She was 5 for 9. They were getting the ball on some of those really nice passing sequences. They had it was more than a few times where they just had boom, 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 pass, up, shot. Very nice to see. Very just athletically beautiful. Just team basketball at its best. But unfortunately for the Aces, it didn't work out so well. So anyway, that's it for that game. Congratulations to the Seattle Storm. And everyone, enjoy the games and have a good day.